Samtastic, back with Guild of Wars as we continue on with the Black Moachik tutorial. This time we're going to be resetting the counter, as this will be part 1 of the Sorrow's Furnace tutorial, and I will do my best. This first quest is a little bit confusing at times, but I will do my best to provide you with the sort of quality you've come to expect from Samtastic Productions. So, here we are. For those that have actually been following along waiting for the next video, I do apologize, but Skyrim ate my life for a few days, as it will sometimes do. When I first started playing it and got into it and obsessed with it for like a week, it was because the game is gorgeous and there were awesome different things to do with different weapons and skills and various skill point stuff. Anyway, the game design was just really good in my opinion. And this time around I actually got caught up paying attention to the story, and that's a whole different kind of awesome. So yes, first quest that we have to do, we need to talk to some guy down here, Galen Trask. And in order to talk to Galen Trask, we have to walk down there. Yep, didn't see that coming, did you? And now take note, I am bringing dash. I wasn't paying attention. At some point I may have switched that out for antidote signet, and I can't remember if I just did that for listing the skill templates. But anyway, you definitely want dash on this quest, for sure. And now, since we're using the assassin, I'll go ahead and talk about this build a little bit. First, we got Way of the Assassin, which has a 12-second recharge with a 20-second casting lasting time, and so you don't have to renew that immediately. You can wait for it to wear off, but this build has really good energy management, and so there's no reason to wait on that. You can just immediately recharge it, unless you want to strategically use dash in there or something. But keep in mind, dash and Way of the Assassin are both stances, so using dash in combat to chase down an enemy, not necessarily the best idea unless, as I was saying, Way of the Assassin is worn off. Critical Eye you can pretty much keep up indefinitely. It lasts for 35 seconds with a 30-second recharge, so you have about a 5-second window to keep that going. Critical Agility, though it is an amazing skill, is PvP only, or I don't know why I keep saying that. PvE only. It is a PvE only. It's a Sun Spear skill right down here, and a couple other great skills that work in conjunction with this build. That you can pull out Shadow Refuge, or pull out Critical Agility, or pull out Dash, whatever you'd like. Just shuffle it around a little bit. Is Way of Perfection, which is an enchantment spell, which one of the reasons I don't really use that is because enchantments are so easily removed. That one has a 30-second recharge as well, so you can use it to stack those. It's really effective if it actually stays on you. Your critical hits heal you for 18, and you land critical hits all the time, so it's really good for survivability. And beyond that, way up here in the critical strikes section, we've got critical defenses, which is also really amazing for survivability. It's another enchantment spell that gives you a 75% chance to block and renews every time you land a critical hit. So great for those longer battles. You start to have to need a lot of energy at the up front when you start using these skills, but it's good when your life starts going down to throw on some of those other skills on top. Now, the reason that I use these three together in this build, I don't generally have a lot of problems with it. I might shuffle it around a little bit if I were using this setup in hard mode. We're going to avoid Flint Flesh Cleaver if we can. And it doesn't look like we can. Alright, dude. You asked for it. Yeah, that's right. Run up nice and close. And I'll throw on my other daggers, do even more damage. Anyway, the idea is that this is a stance, this is a skill, and this is an enchantment. The skills can't be removed, but stances and enchantments can be removed. So what I was thinking basically when I put this together is if you're going up against like warriors that'll break your stances, they probably don't have any enchantment removal skills. So in groups that tend to remove stances, you're not going to have enchantment removal, and groups that tend to remove enchantments are not going to have stance removal. So you're still going to be able to get that faster attack speed and a better critical hit chance. But they do stack, I do believe. So it's good to have them both up if you're fighting groups that neither remove enchantments nor stances, such as these. keep in mind that if you are up against a group that can remove both stanzas and enchantments, you're going to get your ass kicked because it's a well-balanced pack of enemies. One of the solutions to that is to, for instance, bring other enchantments, stack your enchantments so that the enchantment removal is not going to be as effective. There's Galen Trask over there. Also keep in mind that Wave the Assassin and Critical, I have no casting time. Critical Agility takes a second to cast. But you can get those literally while running into combat, as opposed to figuratively running into combat. I mean, I guess you are figuratively running into combat because it's a video game. Virtual reality of sorts. There we go. And for those that are not familiar with how assassin skills work, for the most part you've got your lead attacks, offhand attacks, and dual attacks under your Dagger Mastery skill set. And the way that those work is when you attack an enemy with, say, a lead attack, it'll put that little hash mark up on the side of their skill bar thingy. And then for the offhand attack, you'll see it turn into an X, and then once you hit with the dual attack, it's going to remove that. You can't switch enemies with that. It is enemy specific. So for instance, I'm going to hit him with the lead attack. You can see that slash up there. If I click on another enemy, he doesn't have it. I go back, he still does. So then I can follow up with the dual attack, the offhand attack, and the dual attack with great efficacy. Now, if you don't do that in the proper order, as here, fail, 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 the attacks don't work, and it's actually a waste of energy as well as time not being able to hit with those criticals. So if you hit somebody with the lead attack and then they get killed immediately, don't start trying to attack with Fox Fangs and Death Blossom on somebody else. Wait for Golden Fox Strike to recharge, basically, is the ultimate point. There are a couple other skills that sort of break that formula. Like, I think there's one of them that doesn't need to follow a lead attack that counts as an offhand attack that's used for knockdown or something like that. There's some build that's sort of based around that. Let me see if I actually have that in... let me see if it's here. I have so many things. KD, is it under HIJK? Knockdown Assassin, right there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to actually see what those are. Yeah, it won't show me. So I can't show you exactly what those skills are, but I will likely check that at the end of this video if I can remember, and I can't always remember, so don't take it to heart. So we've got... Whoa, what's going on here? Oh well. We already talked to Galen Trask. Ah, coffee. So here we are in Sorrow's Furnace. And you might say, oh, he's a human. I thought we were doing stuff for dwarves, and you're incorrect. He's not a human. He's some sort of zombie. Right, Galen? Yeah, you're freaky looking, for sure. So, if you're wondering what's going on here, I'll go ahead and read this. Alright, here's the plan. Our dwarven friends mentioned 5 locations: the Stone Basilica, Darkhaven, Sorrow's Belly, the Gap, and Iron Arch. You'll need to scout each one, then return to me. You'll be posing as slaves, but don't worry, I'll get you out of here when it's all over. Now I'm going to have to put an enchantment on you, which is this right here. Ping! Chains of Enslavement. The summit won't take you without it. It'll prevent you from attacking the stone summit, and it also gives them certain powers over you, so try not to make them angry. Once the enchantment is in place, I'm going to sell you to the Taskmaster Iron Boot over there, and you'll have to follow him to the slave pens. Once you're inside, you're on your own. Good luck. Thanks. As it says there, as long as the spell remains in effect, magical shackles bind you as a slave to the Stone Summit. And so that they have their little, oh, you called my bluff, slaves are yours, now pay up so I can be on my way, yay, he's doing a little slave trade with you. Now this is where you say, boy, I'm glad I brought Dash, because I have to run everywhere. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go through this door right here. How do we get through that door right there? You need to bring a gear to the gearbox. So we're going to do that. We are going to do that. You get them. You basically come get them from these gearboxes down here. What I do kind of like about having this is the first quest you go through is that you get a chance to really explore Sorrow's Furnace and like look at all the work that was put into it and enjoy it and appreciate it and get used to it without having to fight a bunch of enemies. So you can pay attention to like where you are instead of so much of what you're doing. You get to look around and see the entire place. And you bring it up to this gearbox, and you can also bring it to the gearbox on the other side if you happen to be over there with one, but obviously that's silly in this case. Bing! And now trust me on this, we're going to go grab another gear. It may seem a little bit crazy and roundabout, but it's worth it. So that door over there, you might feel the temptation to open it with your gears. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're going to use this gear and carry it with us, which unfortunately slows you down a little bit, but because you brought an IMS, it's not going to be too bad. What are they talking about? No, did you? What are they talking about? Silly little stone summit dwarves. Anyway. Bring this on your happy way. This actually really is, I mean, people may complain about how pain in the ass Sorrow's Furnace is, but I really enjoyed it. It's a really big chunk of new area to kind of go through. I don't know when it got added into the game, but I like it very much. I mean, it had to have been at least a little bit later because it they've got like ritualists and stuff, so I'm pretty sure it came in around the time that Eye of the North was put in. So what's up, guys? Where are you going? So as we go down here, we need to basically cut down this hill and go to this little panel right here. And this actually is like a combat front line for another quest that we have to do in here later. Look at that gear, that's kind of cool. It's nice and big. Really gives you a sense. You couldn't attack while holding that thing. And so we're going to just drop this right, bing, right there. That's where it belongs, Master Gear. And so we've gone to that area, we've explored, and now we have to explore down here as well. And it may be good to kind of familiarize yourself with this forest to get used to what it looks like, because as I mentioned that other quest, which I think is the hardest Sorrow's Furnace quest for sure, and possibly one of the hardest parts of getting the Black Moa chick, you've got to come in here and fight stuff. Well, going back over there. Anyway, you need to know your way around it, and we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. So just make sure you pay attention when you wander in here. It's not super confusing, but it helps to know what you're doing. There are some guys over there. Guys, indeed. They're moles, mole men, giant mole people. But yeah, I mean, how awesome is this place? Trees growing underground. This must be roots. Where does the sunlight come from? You know, playing Skyrim, I noticed that too. There's a whole lot of plants growing underground. They don't give any sort of world explanation as to how you could have that many plants growing underground. Oh, I can attack you guys. Not paying attention to the playing. Oh, and I have been wandering around this entire time with those equipped. I'm going to throw on these because, I mean, not only do they look totally awesome when I don't have, God, this stupid splinter weapon skill. I'm messing everything up. Alright. Get splinter weapon off of me. I want to show off my sweet daggers. There we go. Alright. Oh, and of course you go recast it, you jerk. Well, I guess we'll wait till combat's over. And for the way that combat works, the way that it functions, is when you see it sort of doing that flashy thing, you can chain one other attack immediately following that while it's sitting on that. You can get 2 attacks in a chain. The timing's takes a little bit to learn, but it helps get those attacks off much faster. It's really, really important if you're doing PvP. But being able to chain those attacks quickly is good. If you try to do 3 at a time, it's going to skip the second one. It'll actually change the order that they're in. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but like for instance, we're going to do, let's see, Critical Agility, Shadow Refuge. Like that. And then in a moment here, I'm going to show you what it looks like if you replace that with a different skill once Critical Agility recharges. So now that we've done that, the next place we have to go is up here. And so we just wander our way back. We backtrack, backtrack. And that's almost recharged. And then this time, okay, this time I'm going to rapid fire 785. So you'll see what happens. 785, it casts that. Oh, it actually casts that first because it's instantaneous. So never mind. If you have 3 skills that have casting times, which I don't seem to, then it'll replace, like if you did, you know, if 5 were actually a spell. I can't do it with heroes. Anyway, if the 3rd skill is actually a spell, then if you did 7, 8, and 5, then it would cancel 8 and do 5 instead. But then while 5 was casting, you could chain 8 on top of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but nothing's going on here, so I figure I'll talk about it. Talk about it. Da, 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 da. We're gonna get this master gear here. Pick that back up. I wish I could kill that dude for some morale boost. And after you get that gear, you're not going to go back the way that you came anymore. That's why we dropped it off there. You're going to come back up this way. And then it's going to become readily apparent why we dragged that silly gear all the way down here, because it saves us a little bit of time and frustration when you hit up this gearbox. That ore box, that's relevant, just not in this quest. So, here we are, inside. Good work. Good work, team. No, I want my gold coins, not ore boxes or gear boxes. Alright, alright. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, yeah, burn everybody alive. Good stuff. That's it? Okay, next up is up there, so then we need to find another gearbox. Gearbox, that's a good one right there. Pick off these silly dredge. What do you think you're doing? Why do they... This is a pretty twisted place. Like, what is this, like prison warfare? Like, you're new guys, we don't like you. You got a purty skill bar. We want to take it. I don't know. Was that overboard? Anyway, you kill them all because they're just dredge. And this guy doesn't seem to care. He's like, nah, those guys, they were mean to me when I first came in too. Do whatever. Jack the gear for the gearbox. Darn stone rift up there, I see you. Do I care about you? No. And now you may recognize where we are. And now, I don't actually remember if we need a gearbox in this next part, but since we're so close to so many of them, I'm going to go ahead and just grab one for the sake of safety. I think. We already grabbed that. Nope, no such luck. Well, yeah, no such luck, it looks like. So we'll just be on our happy way. And we're just going to cut up here, which doesn't involve any gearboxing. Which is kind of like beatboxing, but instead of using your voice to make drum sounds, you use like grinding machinery to make drum sounds. I just made that up. So what are these like big mines? What? I guess they're wrecking balls for smashing the crap out of stuff. It just makes me feel like I'm underwater and it's World War I or something. Does anyone else get that impression? They have a lot of chains down here. I hear combat. Yes, I hear combat. Bing. Bing, bing, bing. You guys are getting owned. Alright, we got that. We don't even have to fight those guys. We can just let them keep doing their thing. Go on, Stone Summit. Figure it out on your own. And... well, here we go. Good luck to us. There's a gearbox. I think there's another gearbox a little bit further down, but this is one of those better safe than sorry things. If you watch this whole video, you'll know if you need that or not. Yep, there's another one right up there. Oh, did I miss that first attack? There we go, I guess I did. Well, that's too bad. And now I'm crippled. Oh, there we go. Cripple removal. Own Zord, how much damage was that you just saw pop out of those two guys? Pretty awesome. I think we got another gearbox right over there, so even still, no big deal. And see, we still got critical agility chained going on here. And we're gonna hit you. Oh, that's what happened, is I chained those skills in the wrong order. I got a little bit too trigger happy. My timing was off. I'm just exploring, going the long way about here. Which I think is a mistake. It might be a mistake. We'll find out soon enough. Whoa, hey. Take it easy, guy. There we go. Oppressor daggers. They look awesome. That was my point that I was trying to make earlier. Is that I have oppressor daggers and they look really cool. So in case you enjoy combat, that's what the long way around is for. And we gearbox it up right here. Bing! There might have been... I'm not sure if it would be faster to backtrack after you hit that spot, grab the gear and just backtrack and come back over here. Not sure at all. I will leave that one up to you. But when you bring the gear here, it does lower this little bridgey bridge. Bridgety bridgety. And we're back in a no combat zone. This place is pretty awesome. I enjoy it. So while we're here, want to make sure you grab the gears out of the gearboxes. Hope the stone summit there. Don't ask questions. What's up, guys? I just need this for a second. What else do we have here? Scout the Iron Arch. So that's the next bit. It's just right over here. Da, 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 da. So note that gearbox we just passed. Not the miner's chest or the burnt corpse. The gearbox, yes. Oh. Well, I guess we'll wreck these guys. You best wreck yourself before I check yourself. Oh. There we go. Spike traps and other traps, and we don't care. Those furnace guardians, you don't have to kill them this time around. There we go. That's all we needed. Miner's chest. I don't know if you need a lockpick. Yep. Or a key, I suppose. And then now, the next step is to GTFO. And our method for GTFOing is to head up here. Another little short section of backtracking. So it might make sense, instead of going this long way around that we did, to actually backtrack from there. Then you don't have as much combat. And you can just grab the gear from here if you need it. You wouldn't need it. You wouldn't need to grab gear from there. You never need that thing. So that's your alternate route. You just need the gear right here. So you don't need any of these gears over here if you're going the long way, as it turns out. Any of them. You don't need any of them. So the first part, when I came across that, I actually stopped because I did it wrong, and I started the video over. But I think I've gone a little bit too far into it, and this isn't exactly a failure. So from that point, I'm that looks so cool there. I love having that. Does that count the damage as mine? Anyway, we're done with quest 1. Done, done, done. See Galen Trask for your reward. Or Galen Task. We just completed the Galen Task. I don't know. There's got to be some sort of wordplay with Trask and Task. The Summit Trask Master. I don't know. I don't know. How does one get the money? You start farming about 4 years ago. Ain't that the truth? And here we are on our way out. Do not walk out of here without talking to Galen Trask, because I believe that will nullify all of your hard work that you just did. 2,000 experience. Done. Next up, we go to... Not Destruction's Depths. Not... No. Where is it? Deserteria. No. Far Sugar Peaks. Southern Shiver Peaks. Southern under S. I have a lot of unfinished quests on this dude. So Sara's Furnace. Bing! Help Galen Trask complete his mission inside Sara's Furnace. Next is Kilroy's Stonekin, and we will follow up with that in part 2 of the Sara's Furnace tutorial. And so I will try to get that one done much more promptly than this one. In any case, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, give thumbs up. Hey, all my favorite YouTubers seem to self-promote themselves in every video, so do it, subscribe, give me thumbs up. There are more of these on their way, more coming. And you will see me later. Also, to make up for how long it took me to actually get this video up, I have prepared not only a beautiful little screen location of Lion's Arch through Lion's Arch Keep. I like it. I've also prepared a little bit of Skyrim footage. So, enjoy. I look so badass. And of course, the reason that all of those mountains look like they're below me is because they are. I'm up at the very highest point of the very highest mountain in all of Skyrim. I've been to a lot of places, huh? Look at that. Here's what we need. Yep, get down the mountain.
5, 6.
Oh, that didn't work. Dang it. I got stuck inside a rock. Hey, what's
I have a decent mind for potions, but I've... Thank the gods. I'll get to work on the files straight away.
Good. Good.
I hope you have coin to spend, and you're not just here to gawk and collect goods.
What are you doing calling from up here? Oh, he's asleep and dying, I guess, just shouting at me. Can I forge his... I'm gonna... Oh. I gotta drink that. Hold on, I'm drinking your mead. Oh, wait, here's another one. Ah. Oh, what's up?
Master, look. It's the file.
What? How?
We fixed it, dude.
Doesn't matter. Look. It's refilling with your tonic as we speak.
He's not looking.
Marvelous.
What?
He is gone.
What?
But thanks to you.
He is? Oh! Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I can't feed on him again. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom.
Someone!
Nom 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 nom.
I'll never have Master Nurelian's skill with potions.
Is that it? Really? That's all you guys brought me? Alright.
I have a decent mind for potions, but I've also learned how to craft magical items.
What?
But thanks to you, he died knowing his life's work.
Oh, here we go.
You acted very nobly in helping my master realize his life's work. As for myself, I've always been content to simply be an alchemist. I fear keeping the file would just remind me of Nurelian's obsession. Here, keep it. You are as much a part of its legend now as Corral Mill was. Now, how would you like me to align the file's properties?
That is
I'm
a
not
good
as skilled
question.
as Corral Mill, so I'm afraid it will only ever refill with one type of liquid.
Oh. You know, oh. Better hidden in the shadow. I don't need that. I'm pretty slick in the shadows. I'm a nightingale. Let's see. More damage in battle. Tougher in battle. Do I need any of that? Power of healing. I've got enough of that. Let's see. I'll do more damage
I
in
understand.
battle. Of course you understand. You just saw me kill 3 people and eat them. You know that I need to be able to do more damage than that. Well, let's be on our way.
I'll never have mastered